Hi everybody, my name is Tony Grillo. Welcome to my channel, Wisconsin Hugs. And I'm sitting here in my semi-truck, and my dog, DJ, is, he's barking at some people that are walking outside my truck. But as you're all well aware of, I'm a big fan of the People's Court. And if I find something interesting, I like to talk about it. And this I caught this totally by accident, but by reading the comments section, and it's amazing how people in the comments section catch stuff. But this was published January 21st, 2022. The episode is called Robbing a Guy Blind. And then there's another episode, and we have a lady that apparently she's appeared twice on the People's Court, and I'm just going to play a little bit of it.
Plaintiff Charles Toes. His former girlfriend took his debit card and went on a wild shopping spree without his permission or authorization. Did the defendant think she could steal from him and think he wouldn't notice? Please, he's Charlie Toes, and no one steals from Charlie Toes. He's suing for $5,000.
It kind of sounds like he can hear what the guy is saying, the announcer. I didn't know if they could hear.
This is the defendant, Laura Lindsley.
Laura
She says her
Lindsley.
boyfriend, the plaintiff, wined and dined her to the hilt, and he gave her his debit card and PIN number to use. He told her to get things she needed for her new apartment and anything else she needed. Once she got back together with her husband, his whole attitude changed, and next thing she knows, she's in here, in court, being sued for stealing money he gave her. She's accused of stubbing her toes.
Stuffing her toes.
Yeah. All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Toes, you are suing Ms. Lindsley, I guess your former friend?
Yes.
For $5,000, $4,000 and some odd dollars that you say she withdrew from your ATM account and with no authority, and the rest of it for pain and suffering.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, I got out of a rehab facility. I had a surgery done a year and a half ago. My last rehab was in
What kind of surgery?
shot pool well, and I took her to a karaoke place, which she enjoyed. She was on welfare, Section 8 welfare, and maybe I felt a little sympathetic. She rode a bike around, no car. But then I had to go into the hospital again, Stony Brook Hospital.
When did you go back to the hospital?
I was in the hospital on October 30th. October 30th, I have a notation here that I took some money out of the ATM myself.
Let me see your bank statements.
Everything after October 30th is her taking money out of an ATM.
Wait a minute, how does she have your ATM and your password? Your PIN number, how does she have it?
I gave it to her.
Okay, let's talk about that for a while, shall we? All right, so
I gave it to her believing that if she needed extra cigarette money or a Coke,
you gave the lady your... were you dating her?
Yes.
Were you dating her?
we were going out a very short time.
Okay, so you were
only
dating her.
4 months.
All right, so you gave her your ATM card with the PIN number?
Yeah, a policeman told me that he doesn't even give that to his wife who goes shopping.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little naughty.
Yeah, I know.
Especially for somebody you've just described that you've known exactly a month.
You're right.
Right? You've known her a month. And
I'm in
but
the
now-
hospital, Your Honor.
No.
I have no
The
control
problem is
over
not
what
that you're in the
doing.
hospital. That's a problem for you. But the
Yeah.
problem that brings you to court is
Yeah.
not that. It's
Yeah.
not that you were in the hospital. The problem that brings you to court is that you gave another person your ATM card,
Yeah.
gave them authority to go dipping into your account, did not tell them what was the maximum they could take, and later on did not like how much they took.
Why do you
That does not a case make.
Wait. Let me ask you a
The
question.
theft is. I think she's a wise guy. I think she took a lot more than she should have. I think that's awful.
Yeah.
That is not theft. Because theft means that they took your money without you knowing. It does not mean that you hand them an ATM card, hand them a PIN code, and then tell them, yeah, get yourself something nice. And then tell them, well, you got too many nice things. said in your complaint, what you say is, when I found out, I'm going to quote you verbatim,
Yeah.
I didn't do anything right away. But when I talked to her about money, she claimed she was getting some money from a workers' company. How do you see that and not do anything right away if that's not what you intended?
Well, let me explain.
No, we're done. I cannot make her pay you the money back because I can't say she stole it. I can say she's an opportunist. I can say she's kind of a wise guy, but she didn't steal it if you hand her the keys. It's not break-in when you hand her the keys and don't tell her how much
You're
she can
right.
take.
I think
we are done. My verdict in this case is for the defendant.
Why do you think the police?
This case is over.
Why do you
Verdict
think
for
the
the
police
defendant.
didn't come to the house? You're
you,
totally
Ryan.
wrong.
All right, so the plaintiff comes out here into the hallway here, turn it around a little bit. Case didn't go well for you here. What's your reaction to this outcome?
Well, I was in the hospital at the time. She was desperate on welfare, driving a bicycle around. I thought to have the card if she just needed coffee money, cigarette money, whatever.
But you weren't trying to buy her?
No, I
Favor?
was in the hospital. I had no control over how much money she was taking out of the thing.
You shouldn't have given her the card, should you, right?
You're right. Okay.
Right down this way, sir.
Okay.
That brings us to the defendant here. What could you possibly have to say after all this?
Like you said, he was trying to buy me. He wanted to get me away from my husband. He told me to buy things and give me a car. I'm going to buy things. He told me to. He never told me how much to spend. Why does he wait almost a year to bring this up?
Why do you think?
Because my husband died 5 weeks ago and he was hit by a car. And now he's trying to get me back.
It's an opportunity.
Yeah, or he's he's jealous or whatever.
You still have any feelings for him? Did you ever?
I didn't have feelings for him. I was a nurse's aide and he had his
And now,
tears.
you still?
No.
All right, Harvey.
I love my husband.
You gotta understand, theft is not when you spend too much money. He didn't set limits here, so it's tough luck for him.
So, that lady that was in the first People's Court I showed you, what's her name? Lorena Lindsley. She appears again on another episode of the People's Court. Only this time, apparently, she's being sued. So, karma comes back to bite you. She totally took advantage of that one guy and just basically raided his account, took all his money, and then left him high and dry. And, it's interesting how karma comes back and bites you, because in this episode of the People's Court, so she actually won that last episode after she stole all that guy's money, because the judge had said that it wasn't theft, because the guy actually gave her the keys, to his car, So anyways, she appears again in another episode. Only this time she doesn't fare so well. Doggy Dilemma. So this was published on May 5th, 2022.
She says the defendant's out of control beast of a dog jumped into her car, attacked her poor little defenseless dog, and mauled him. Her dog, Teddy, was horribly injured. Her vet bills are going to total $5,000. And that's just what she's suing for today. This is the defendant, Laura Lindsley.
She's back! Loretta's back!
And they got into a fight.
I don't know, is this her husband here? Or a new guy? I don't know what's going on with her. She said her last husband died.
Because it was filed in a bogus
Definitely
attempt
not
to
Charlie
recover
Toes.
Plain and simple.
Charlie Toes, who lost half his toes. So Laura Lindsley back, accused of...
raise your right hand. Be seated, come forward, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Eve Davenport, you are suing Laura Lindsay for $5,000 in vet bills and your projected future vet bills and mental anguish.
So essentially what happened here, I don't want to play the whole thing, but she describes how she was out walking her dog, and all of a sudden her dog, they were walking by the house of Laura Lindsley, and Laura's dog came out and totally like attacked her dog, and she had a heck of a time trying to fight that dog off, and basically this Laura came out there and she was finally able to yank her dog out of there, and so that's kind of what had happened so far in the case.
Again, okay. All right, here's what's going to happen. I'm done. I've got it. In the eyes of the law, when someone does you wrong, they are responsible for those damages that are predictable, that are approximately caused by what they did wrong. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
But I cannot rule in your favor and make her pay for your daughter's therapy because her dog got out. Because it's not predictable that someone will have to go to therapy over something like this. So that is not a cost that's compensable. And the mental anguish is also not compensable. I know we think of the dogs as human beings and part of our family, but they're property. When somebody attacks your dog and injures your dog, it's really a property claim that you're making. Okay? As for the vet bills of $14.69, I am going to order her to pay that. And as for the CAT scan that you want the dog to be able to have, I'm going to order an amount, but it's not going to be the amount that you're asking for. I'm going to order an additional $1,500. That's a total of $2,969 in vet bills that I'm ordering the defendant to pay the plaintiff. That's my judgment. Good luck, folks.
Okay, come on over here. Just step over here if you would. Your reaction to this verdict?
I think it was fair. And of course I wouldn't want my dog to hurt anybody. I will never let my dog out again without a muzzle.
Well, that's a good way to
But
protect
he is being trained right now. He's been in obedience school for the past month.
Right.
I'm paying out the nose for it. But
Okay. All right, so you want to protect your dog as well as other
Of
people
course,
too, and
of
you're
course.
taking the proper measure. Okay, all right. Well, good luck with everything and with
Thank
the dog.
you.
And
Thank you.
all right, head right down this way. All right, so step on in here, and you satisfied how this comes out? You stand right next to me, Mom.
Yes. I think that the judge's ruling was very fair, and I'm very appreciative and thankful to People's Court for having us on.
All right, so are you a little calmer now this whole thing's over? All right, good. Good luck with the dog. Harvey?
Thank you.
Okay, it happens to a lot of people. If you have somebody in your neighborhood who does not control their dog, call your local Department of Animal Control. They can come out, they can investigate, and in a worst case scenario for the dog owner, they can actually take the dog away.
So that was it. The two episodes that Laura Lindsley appeared on, and I found it. I don't know. I've never seen that before. Where one person, a little bit shady, ripped a guy off, but then karma came around, and unfortunately, her dog attacked somebody else's dog. And she wound up losing in that battle. But she actually probably thought it was a victory because, the lady was suing her for $5,000.